Okay, so in this video, let's look at how we can process student receipts data. So again, I am at the academic setup page. You can click on this button here to get to this page. So whilst you are here, I think that you can easily navigate to the receipt page. But before that one, you have to select the program, you have to select the class that you want to do with, and the semester that you want to look at the student who actually had a mark that is below the cutoff grade for that particular program or course. So I've selected the C semester, which is the year 3 semester 2 of the RGS 7 class. And then I'm currently at the reporting page, so I can move to the scores processing page to see the scores of every student. Let me just look at the students. Let me look at the students with who actually fell below the cutoff, let's say 49 or 30. So I'll go to the processing page, results processing page. I'll view the process results for the particular course, and then I'll say, let me just look at the total score. Let me sort by clicking on the column header here. All right, so I think I have about this 49. So if the cutoff grade is 49, then I think I should be having something like um, about 46, about this number of students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. About 17 or 18 students having a mark less than the cutoff grade. As you can see, those students are the fail students. They all have fail remark here. So let's assume that they've written the exams. Now they've come up with a new scores, and then we want to put those scores in. So what we do is you have to click on the receipts page. It gives you this page. Now to view whether you've or to view whether you have a list of receipt students, click on the receipts here. Now it gives me nothing. There's no data here. Yeah. So when you click on receipt, make sure that you see the table like this. If it doesn't see it, just click on it again. Sometimes it hides itself. So you have to click to make sure that it shows. All right. All right. Okay. So when I click on the receipts student, it gives me no receipt student. This means that we have not yet generated the receipt student list, because when we check from the results processing page, we actually saw about 19 students, 20 students like having failed. So this should be the receipt students. So to get access to the receipt student, I'll just have to click on generate because they don't exist yet. So I want to generate that one. So click on this and we'll go through the entire results of the student for that particular uh, course, which is introductory to sign language, and then it will bring out student with fill or with the mark less than the cutoff grade. So I'll click on this button here. It says done. Now it says we have finished preparing receipt student list. You can now load the list for entry. So let me just click on receipt to load again and see that it will come. That's it. So now you can see that all the students that we actually saw in the other page having 0 and 49 or all those uh, uh, scores, they have been loaded up to this point. So they have shown here, and then the course name is Introduction to Sign Language. So we have this number of students failing this course, and then they have to resit and write. So if we have the score for the receipt at the moment right now, you can just input it. So unlike the score entry page where you can import or just input it, the receipt page is actually only one way. You can only input, you can import. So it works just like the score processing page, how you input into the system or how you enter scores. So if I want to enter a score for the student with this index number, I just have to click on edit here. Then I can enter the new score. So let's say the person scored 68. you should be careful how, or like what you enter here. Make sure that you don't enter any value because he doesn't really check the with the academic works at this point in time. So I'll click on save. And now, as you can see, it has saved the 68. That is 68 here. I can go to the next person and then I'll enter any score. Let's say it's 88. Save. I'll go to the next person. I'll enter the person actually scored instead of 0, the person scored 50. 50. And then this one too scores 30. So I can just put in these values like that. And then I'll be able to do the entry from top to down. So I can just continue until I get to the end. So let's say the rest actually scored 0 again. So let's assume I'm done with the entry. The values I have at the moment, like these ones. Yeah. So at the end of the day, once I finish entering the receipt score, I only have to go to process results. Now it says refer student results processed successfully. So now automatically it shows me the results. As you can see, for those that I was able to enter their scores, now they have some good, excellent pass and fail. Some actually failed again, some passed now. So now this information has now been processed and then some of the students has now passed. Now, if I click on the recent student, I still get the same list coming up, but then some of them have a score entered for them. I can continue to enter the other ones too anytime. I can say, okay, well, now I have this person's score, it is 55. I also have this guy's score, it is about 74. And then once I enter this new score, I'll still have to process it again and then it will take effect. As you can see, 74 and then 55, they have now also been passed and then they also have a new score. So once this one is done, now when you go back to the actual, let me just pick any of the students that went through the receipt process. So like for these students, I can now go back to the reporting part, go to transcripts and see what happened to the student transcript. I'll just click on preview. So let's run to the last semester. I think that's what we're dealing with. In the last semester, you realize that the student had a receipt. So from here, you can see that this first person, the student had introductory to French language, and the next one, the student had introductory to sign language. But here we have an asterisk here, and then there's a legend here that says that the asterisk is equal to receipt paper. So this tells you that this person has actually did a receipt on his for this course. That is why the credit hour is actually 6 now. So that is how you go through research, and even on the transcript, you can still see that for the previous semesters too, they have a lot of research data that has been computed already. Yeah. So, but one thing about research is that once you prepare research data or you compute the research, you don't have to come back here, come back to the results processing page to process the results again. When you process the results, it means that you are now recomputing the results. So it makes the receipt information invalid, which means that now you have to go and then regenerate the receipt sheet again and enter the scores again, because from computing the new results, it could be that some of the students who were captured in the previous research data actually pass this time around. So there's no need for them to be on that sheet anymore. So the system will automatically clear the entire receipt data, and then you have to go and compute it and then generate it again and enter the receipt information again before you can process for it to show up and then on the students' results or reports. So one key thing you have to know is that you only process take results or receipt when you know that you are done with the results. The result is final. You're not going to change anything in the results again. So you don't have to process it again. Once you do reset, you don't go back to the results processing page for that particular course and the semester again. Because if you do that, it will make the receipt invalid and you have to do the receipt data all over again. Okay, so that is how you deal with receipt on the system. Again, you can also export the receipt information out to Excel. So you can just click on export, and then whatever table you have here can be will be exported out to Excel for external use.